نحمده تعالى أدبنا بالقرآن، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبد الله ورسوله، أدى الأمانة وبلغ الرسالة ونصح الأمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين، صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Chairman of the occasion, General Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi, the Vice Chancellor of Bayero University, Kano, Professor Aruna Musa, our distinguished father, leader, mentor, Sheikh Professor Sheikh, the representative of the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Sheikh Abubakar, represented, and the representative of the National Security Advisor, our dear Vice Chancellor of Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi, scholars, our dear Vice President, Vice Chancellor, Sheikh Dr. Abubakar Gumi, and other distinguished brothers and sisters that are here, I salute you with the best salutation of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I feel honored and have the privilege to be the co-host of this occasion. Our organization, Jama'at al Sunnah, the history of the organization cannot be completed without mentioning Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud. So anywhere, if there is a gathering where Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, they will come together, whether they call themselves as Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah or any other name to mention themselves, Sheikh Abubakar Gumi must be mentioned. No. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy for him. We cannot talk much about the life of Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud. His life touched each and every one of us that is here. Not only us, not only the Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, it touches the life of every Muslim in the northern Nigeria again was not detached from faith. The Sardauna with Islamic legitimacy of scholars, legitimacy rooted in justice, sincerity, and service to the people. This model and the trust of traditional rulers, scholars, and ordinary citizens across northern Nigeria. Distinguished audience, northern Nigeria is vast and diverse, ethnically, culturally, and linguistically. One of the great achievements of the Sardauna was unity, and Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi greatest achievement, played a decisive role in sustaining that unity. Through his teachings and counsel, he consistently emphasized Islamic brotherhood over ethnic or sectional divisions, reinforcing the Sardauna's vision of united and disciplined North. As a Grand Qadi, Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi strengthened the Islamic justice system, ensuring that justice was accessible, credible, and rooted in moral integrity. This contributed immensely to social order and public confidence in governance, which became hallmarks of Sardauna's administration. Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi was a reformer of thought. He encouraged a return to the Quran and authentic Sunnah, challenged harmful practice, and promoted knowledge, discipline, and intellectual honesty. This reformist spirit complemented Sardauna's drive for modernization, especially in education, administration, and social development. Together, they demonstrated that faith and progress are not enemies, but they are partners in progress. Perhaps, most importantly, Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi possessed the courage to speak truth to power. He advised the Sardauna with sincerity, independence, and fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He always recited the verse of Holy Quran, which encouraged the leaders to do justice, as always done by our imams. Wherever you have yourself in a mosque, you will be hearing that verse of the Holy Quran. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i So Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi always recite this verse of the Holy Quran, and each and every one of our Imam and Aimma, they used to recite this every Friday to encourage the leaders, to show them that they should do justice in their leadership. So Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi possessed the courage to speak truth to power. He advised Sardauna with sincerity, independence, and fear of Allah. This moral boldness protected the northern leadership from arrogance and ensured that authority remained a trust, not a privilege. Brothers and sisters, the success of the Sardauna was not accidental. It was the product of a visionary leadership guided by principled scholarship. Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi. Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi's contribution was the unseen foundation upon which many visible achievements were built. He reminded leadership of its purpose, restrained access, and anchored power in moral responsibility. As we remember Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi in our midst today, and we remember the lesson, we have seen from his life. When leaders listen to scholars, of integrity, the scholars maintain independence from power, societies prosper. The lessons derived from the foregoing is the need to have a strong, sincere, and committed synergy between the political leadership and religious leadership in northern Nigeria and in Nigeria as well. If we are to restore peace and unity that can foster progress and development in Nigeria, I wish each and every one of us that is here Allah's guidance. May Allah put more barakah to this gathering, this conference as we gather here, and may He take each and every one of us back to his destination safely. Allah madaukakin sarki ya sanya albarka kuma ya mana jagora a madadin kaina da kuma kungiyar jama'atu za su bi da kamata sunna ta Najeriya. Ina wannan taro cikakken fatan alkhairi da fatan a fara lafiya a gama lafiya. Tarihi mu ba zai cika ba, tarihi mu ba zai kare ba har duniya ta kare ta tashi sai an tuna da Sheikh Abubakar Mahmud Gumi duk inda za a yi magana akan ainihin wato littafin Allah, Alkur'ani da Sunna a dai Najeriya da Afirka mu ta West Africa. Ina addu'a Allah ya gafarta mishi, Allah madaukakin sarki ya ci gaba da tayar da ire-iren su wurin karantar da al'umma har su koma zuwa ga littafin Allah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay. Aisha.
MashaAllah, can we please put our hands together for the National Chairman of Jamaatul Izalatul Bid'ah wal Iqamatus Sunnah, Sheikh Dr. Abdullah bin Balala. Allah saka da shi. As this juncture, I have the singular honor to invite our chief host, the Vice Chancellor of this great university, Professor Haruna Musa Yakhasai, to make his address. The 12th Vice Chancellor of this university, Bayern University. Vice Chancellor. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم